In today's video, we're going to create a presentation using a single image in combination with the Morph transition in order to create a complete presentation in PowerPoint. So let's get started. I already have PowerPoint open, and what we're going to do first is I'm going to just select everything. I'm going to select this to segment and I'm going to delete it. Next, let's insert an image. So let's go to insert, go to pictures, and we are going to go to stock images, and we're going to insert an image from the Microsoft stock library. And I'm just going to search for Blueberry like this, and I'm just going to scroll down, and this is the image we're going to use. Click on that, insert. All right, we have our image. Let me just close this, and I'm going to resize my image so it fits our entire background. So I'm going to select crop, and I'm going to move this handle to the right and move this other handle to the left. Come back to this crop, select fill, and click on escape, and we have our image covering our entire background. Next, let's insert a rectangle. So I'm just going to go to shapes, and I'm going to select rectangle, and I'm going to just draw a rectangle. Go to shape outline, select no outline, go to shape fill, and we're going to use this color. Right click on the rectangle, go to format shape, reduce the transparency to 10%. Now go to the height. Let's make the height 7.5, and the height is going to be 14.45 like this. Now let's go to insert text box. Let's insert a title, and this is going to be simple superfoods. Oops, typo. Select the text box, and let's change the font to Libra. I think it's Libra Baskerville. That's the name of the font. Change the size of the font to 48. Change the color to white. Let's go here, change the font color to white. I'm just going to extend this so that this entire title fits. Let's insert another text box. So second text box, let's go to insert text box. I'm just going to draw here, and I'm just going to type in subtitle, which is unlocking their health benefits. Now let's change the fonts. Now let's change some details. The font is still going to stay as Aptos body, and the size is going to be 24. So I'm just going to select this drop down, or you could just type it in, and I'm just going to extend it so it fits. Let's change the text color to white once more, and I'm going to move this so that the title and the subtitle let's move this. I want them to be very close. So I have this line here, and I also have this. So we have these two headings. Let's move it like this. So we kind of have it in the middle. You can group it to center it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave that. Then hold shift. I'm going to select the rectangle as well. This time I'm going to group all of them, and I'm going to go to arrange, and I'm going to align middle, and we have our title slide. What we're going to do next is select the slide and then duplicate it. So Control D to duplicate. Let's start with the image. So I'm just going to zoom out a bit to give myself more space to work, one room to work with. Select the image and go to picture format, and then select crop, and let's zoom into the image. I'm using these side handles, and we're just going to extend this as much as we can to bring the focus to this bowl of blueberries. So I'm just going to, let me still zoom out to give myself even more space, and let me just make this as small as possible and move the image till you have these blackberries in focus. It doesn't need to be only the blackberries. Have a bit of the bowl, and you can still have the other one showing a bit. No worries, we're just going to move this here. I'm just going to keep respacing till I have something I'm happy with. Alright, now we have something like this. I'm just going to move the bowl to the right like this, so we have this on the edge, and I'm going to escape. Let me return back to the full view, and we have something like this. Select this entire group and move it to this side. Let's right click and let's edit this first, and then we'll group it back. So I'm going to select this. Let me open my notes. All this text will be in the description below, so you can just copy it into your notepad or whatever text software you want to use. So the first item is blueberries. So I'm going to copy this and come here, and I'm going to paste this. Now let's change the size of this text. We're going to make this 24, and the length of this text, this particular text box, just to keep things even and organized, we're going to make it 12.15. So I'm going to come to shape format, and this will be 12.15. For this one as well, we're going to move this up and align it to this one. Just make sure that the two text boxes are touching. We're also going to make this 12.15. Now let's change the size of this particular text. We're going to make it 20. So I'm just going to go to home, change the text size to 20. For this rectangle, we're only going to change the width. We're not going to change the height. The height will change depending on the length of the text, because the text for each item is different. So we'll just change it, but there's no real specific height. It's just going to just change it as you go, but what we want to go for at least is the width. So go to shape format. For the width is currently at 14.45. Let's just make it 14, and we have this. So I'm going to select these two just to make uniform for now. Let me group them, and I'm going to select this rectangle, align center. Now let's deselect. We have blueberries there. Let's go and grab the description or the text, the body text. Come here, and I'm going to copy everything or select everything and then paste this, and this is what we have. Now I can grab this to go to align. It's already aligned to the center, align middle, and this is what we have. So I'm just going to group this, and we have the text for blueberries. You can move it maybe to the side to give it a bit more space. You don't need to center it, because I want the box to move around as we go through the presentation. So no need to center it. If it's on the center, no worries, but you can place it wherever, as long as the focus is on our bowl of blueberries. But yeah, we're done with this slide. Next, the focus is going to be on the chia seeds. So select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate. Now we're in slide 3. I'm going to hold Ctrl and scroll down so that I'll give myself space to work with. Once again, select the image, go to picture format and crop, and I'm just going to move this image to this side, so we have the chia seeds on the right, and I'm going to just move this around. We're going to be using the morph transition, so I want it to have a bit more movement than just moving left to right. It will be mostly like that, but we should just give it a bit more movement. So let me just move this, and this is what we have. I'm just going to go ahead. let's leave it like this. I'm just going to click on escape and let me go back to the full screen the full screen view and select this group. This time I'm going to move it upward like this. Again, no real don't need to think about it too much, just move it up. Now let's copy the text for Chia Seeds. So copy the heading for Chia Seeds. I'm going to come here, paste Chia Seeds here. Let's copy the body text and we're going to copy this and we're going to paste this here, and now we have this and we're done with Chia Seeds. Next, select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, and once again I'm going to zoom out, select the picture, go to picture format, go to crop, and I'm going to once again move this to the side so that the focus will be on this bowl of apple slices or apple pieces. And I'm just going to click on escape and I'm going to return it back to the full view, and then this is what we have. I'm going to select this text box. This time let me bring it let's see around here. Let me open my notepad. Going to be apple slices, select this entire thing, paste the title or the heading, copy the body text, and I'm going to copy this, come here, I'm going to select everything and paste this. So this time things are a bit different, so I'm just going to reduce the height of our rectangle. Once again, you don't need to worry about the height too much, just reduce it so it kind of fits with the length of the text, and we're done with that. Next up is the grapes. So select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, and once again zoom out to give yourself more space to work with. Select the image, go to picture format, crop, and we're going to put the focus on the grapes this time, and let me have it like, let's say that's fine. Escape, and now we have the grapes. Return it back to the normal view, and this is what we have. Let's grab this and I'm going to move this to, let's say, about here. Let me open my notepad, copy the text for red grapes and select this heading. I'm using Ctrl A to select everything and then Ctrl V to paste in our heading text. Then for the body text, we're going to copy this. I'm going to select this text box, Ctrl A and then Ctrl V to select everything and then paste it. The length, the height of everything looks good, and we're just going to leave it. Next up is pumpkin seeds. So select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate the slide. Now we're in slide 6. Once again, zoom out to give yourself more space to work with. Let's go to picture format and we're going to crop it. And I'm going to move this upward so that I'll have pumpkin seeds here. This time let's maybe zoom in even more so that how will I say this, so that things can change. We'll have more movements or something like that. Let me just zoom in much closer to the bowl, and we can have the focus on the bowl, mostly the bowl, and I want the text to be on the right hand side, so no worries if we have more white space on the right side than it is on the left. And escape, return to the full view, and we have this. I'm going to grab this text box and I'm going to move this here like this. Now let's grab the text for pumpkin seeds, copy the text, pumpkin seeds, select this, and we're going to paste this. Next, copy the body text, come here, Ctrl A, Ctrl V to copy everything and then replace it, and we're done with this. Once again, select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate it and zoom out, select the picture, go to picture format, go to crop. I'm going to move this so the focus can be on the cashew seeds, and we'll move this out of the way and I'm going to have it like this. And let's go back to the full screen view. Select this text and move it to, let's say, around here. Go to your notes and once again copy the heading, which is cashews this time, and I'm going to paste it here. Select the remaining text and we're going to copy this and I'm going to paste it. This time it's a bit longer, so let's increase the length of the rectangle, or the height rather, of the rectangle. And yeah, we're done with cashews. Select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, zoom out, select the image, picture format, and then crop. Let's move on to tomatoes, and we're going to just move it like this. I don't like how part of the bowl is cut off, so I'm just going to reduce the image a bit and I'm going to move it to the side, yeah, like this. And I'm just going to escape, return it back to the normal view, and I'm going to move this text box here. Let me move it to the top, like, yeah, here. Scroll down. Okay, it's cherry tomatoes, and I'm going to paste that here. Go back to our text, copy the body text, and we're going to paste that here. Now we'll also reduce the height of our rectangle, and yeah, once again select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, and we're going to zoom out, select the picture format, crop, and now this time we'll focus on the bowl of spinach. And let's see, just like we did with the, I believe, pumpkin seeds, let's have the text on the left side this time. So escape, that looks fine, and I'm going to select this text box and I'm going to bring it down a bit like this. Let me grab my text, so copy the spinach leaves, paste that here, and I'm going to copy the text and I'm going to paste it here. This time the rectangle should be a bit longer to that looks fine, and we're done with this one. Now let's move on to the next image. Let's select this and of course Ctrl D to duplicate, zoom out, select the picture format, and then go to crop. I'm going to move this up and so that the focus will be on this one. Escape. I'm going to return back to the full view, and let's just leave it here. Going to copy the heading, which is sunflower seeds. I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to also come like this, copy this body text, and I'm going to paste this. We're going to reduce the height of our rectangle bit. Yeah, let's select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, and I'm going to do the same thing, picture format, go to crop, and I'm going to move it this way. Let me perhaps move the image a bit like this, and yeah, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to return back to the full screen, and I'm going to move this text all the way to this side, maybe something like, let's see, something like that, and copy the heading, which is walnuts. I'm going to paste that, and I'm going to grab the text and I'm going to paste that here as well. Next up is going to be the kiwi, and we're just going to once again select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, zoom out, select the picture, go to picture format, and then crop. And now we can move our image to make our focus the kiwi. Maybe let me move it like this so we can have something like this. And let me just reduce the size of the image slightly. I'm going to bring the focus to the kiwi, the bowl of kiwi, like this. Yeah, escape. Let's fit it to our screen. I'm going to move this text to the left like this. Let me see, around the middle. Now we're going to move on to kiwi, and we have kiwi slices, and we're going to paste this, move on to the text, copy that, select everything, and then paste it. And we're done with this one. We're going to move on to the final slide of this type. We're almost to the end of the entire presentation. Once again, select this, Ctrl D, and we're going to zoom out, and we're going to put our focus on the last food item. So once again, go to picture format, go to crop, and we're going to move this so that we have this. And I'm just going to move this around. Maybe we have this. You know what, let me zoom in a bit more and make sure I have my entire image, my image covering the entire background, and escape, and we have this. And I'm going to move this text box once more, and we're going to put it around, let's say here. Go to our final text. The heading is oats. We're going to paste that, and next we're going to copy this text, and I'm going to paste this. I'll have to increase the height of this rectangle, and I'll just move the entire thing up a bit. And yeah, we're done with this. Let's move on to the next slide. So once again, select the slide, Ctrl D to duplicate, and I'm going to zoom out to give myself more space to work with. Go to picture format, crop, and we're going to reduce the image quite a bit, and I'm going to have something like this where none of the images are quite in focus, because we'll have this text in the center, and we have something like this, and I'm going to have this, turn it back to full view. I'm going to grab this entire thing, and let me ungroup this first. So I'm just going to ungroup this, and I'm going to also ungroup, and this oats here, this heading text, I'm going to delete it. Now let's go back to our text, and we just have this closing statement for our presentation, and I'm going to paste it here. Let's change the length of this rectangle. Let's make the height 6.5, and let's make the width 24.5, and I'm just going to extend the length of this text, and it's currently 22.01. If you want to use exactly the same thing, I'm just going to center it with this, and I'm just going to group it, and I'm going to move it to the center of an entire slide, and we have this here. The final slide will be the thank you slide. So for this one, we'll go back to the first slide and we're going to duplicate it. Now we're just going to bring this down like this, and what we're going to do this time is let's ungroup this, and I'm going to ungroup, select this subtitle and delete it, and you're just going to type thank you here. You can add any other text you want to, but we're just going to add this. I'm also going to add an exclamation mark, and I'm just going to reduce the size of this. I'm not going to really worry too much about the measurements. I'm just going to have this like this. Let me just extend this so that, let me change the alignment of this text to center, select the two items, and I'm going to go to align center and align middle like this, and we can just group it, and doesn't need to be at maybe the center, but let me just move it around a bit like this, and yeah, that's it. Before we go on to apply our transition, we're going to ungroup all the text. Although grouping it made it easier to work with, it's going to interfere with our morph transition. So I'm going to right click and then ungroup. Going to go to this as well, select this, and we're going to ungroup. And you can just go ahead and ungroup everything, and I'm just going to ungroup everything and then come back. Just ungroup all text and rectangles in all slides. I've gone ahead and ungrouped all our text. Once again, it makes it easier to work with while you are designing it, but it doesn't play, groups don't play well with the morph transition. That's what I want to use. So let's go to transitions and let's go to morph. And for the first slide, nothing is really going to happen. Let's increase the duration to 2.25 and click on apply to all, and that's it. Now let's go to our presentation, and we're going to open this. I'm using my arrow key, and I'm just going to click on this, and yeah, this is what we have. And every time you click on the arrow, it's going to move to the next one like that. So you can use a single image like this to just create a presentation like this one. It could be anything. Maybe you want to describe maybe a room or a group of items. It just also happen to be in a single image. But yeah, we are done with this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. But if you like the video, please like it, share it, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.